I just can't believe it's already the middle of August. Like, this has been the most boring, fast, emotional year. Like, Murder Hornets was 3 months ago, or 2 months ago. Murder Hornets was a while ago. I actually forgot about it until I just brought it up right now. Alright, the 2020 election. Looking at the camera right now, kind of like I'm drinking chocolate milk, but it's coffee. It's iced coffee. Alright, so let's get into it. Yesterday, Joe Biden finally picked his VP pick, which was Kamala Harris. Which I guess is kind of expected because, a couple months ago he said he was going to pick a woman, and then it turned to he was going to specifically pick a black woman, and I don't know how that kind of got into the fray, but apparently everybody was right because Kamala came up and just snatched the bag. And I'm actually okay with Kamala because she was actually like in my top 5 of, people I wanted to be president, the Democratic nominee. A lot of people my age don't like her because they say, she a cop, but it's just like, shoot, like you're president, I don't expect you to be Jesus. But at the end of the day, it's like, she wasn't even my number 1 pick. Joe wasn't even my top 5 pick. Like, I actually wanted Elizabeth Warren to win just because, she was the only person who I could just Google Elizabeth Warren plan. It was the first thing to pop up on Google. So, and of course Bernie was up there too. Like, I'm cool with Bernie, but I'm gonna say the same thing I said back in 2016 about Bernie. Bernie just too damn old up there. Like, honestly, like, I know they're all old, but Bernie just looks frail, and it didn't help his case with me that he had a heart attack last year. Like, I know you mean well, burn, but I feel the burn, but I just, if you out here having heart attacks, man, like, yeah. I just don't want my pilot to drop dead in the middle of a flight, that's all I'm saying. Like, and the main reason I like Kamala was mainly because, out of all those 35,000 people that were running for the Democratic nominee, she kind of had the most personality, and on top of that, she looked like she could fry the hell out of some chicken, so that was pretty good. And then on top of that, Kamala just has she has a lot of people to say things about her, which it kind of works out because on one hand, you got people around my age who hate her because she's a cop. On the other end, you got people around this age and higher who like her because she's a black woman. On another end, you got people that are just happy because she came from HBCU, so she's going to change all HBCUs forever from here on out. Then you got other people who are AKAs, and they already got their Twitter hashtag saying my VP was the first, and whatever they be saying. I'm just kidding, I love AKAs, they've been very nice to me. It just goes to show there's a lot of things to say about candidates getting into the White House, especially with the last election and this election. And just like the last election, it doesn't seem like everybody's just truly happy with their choices they're given, but at the same time, it's like, what else are you gonna do? It's like we're seeing people do the same thing they did 4 years ago when they said, well, I don't like Hillary or Trump. Now it's like, I don't like Biden or Trump, so I'm not voting. So your option is
death, then. Looks that way. Very well.
And, if that's your prerogative, like, that's cool because, I'm not sitting here doing a PSA to say, hey guys, get out there and vote. Like, no, like, you can do what you want, you're grown. But at the same time, I don't need to hear you complaining for the next 4 years about, the way everything is. It's kind of like it's a Tuesday afternoon in September and you just got out of school and, you're hungry. You're really hungry. And you say you want a pizza with all of this stuff, thin crust, extra sauce, cheese, pepperoni, sausage, bacon, Canadian bacon. I'm very hungry. And, with a side of wings, nothing too fancy, of course, mild. And, you have some Simply lemonades waiting in your fridge. So let's top it all off, make it all together. Maybe get a hot fudge brownie with it too, just to make sure that you're really, really held over. And especially if you wake up in the middle of the night, just want, late night snacking, And you get home, you tell your mom what you want, and she looks you dead in your eye and says, we're either having spaghetti or meatloaf. Which one? And then you respond to her like, well, actually, I was kind of hoping we could have pizza. And then she looks you dead in your eye and says, then I guess you ain't that hungry. And it's a Tuesday in September. You know you weren't going out to eat. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Like, if you don't like your options, it sucks, I know. But at the same time, you gotta make do with the hand you're dealt. I wish every time I played Uno, I had a draw 4 on my hand. But that's not the way life goes, and that's not the hand I'm dealt. I got 2 yellow 7s, a red 3, a green 4, and a reverse. Hopefully I can win the game with this. We'll see. I don't know, man. Sometimes I just feel like sometimes people just forget that life sucks. Like, in all honesty, life sucks. It's almost as bad as people to think Kanye would be a great presidential candidate. Like, stupid Nick Cannon. Look, moral of the story is we're not gonna know how this goes until Russia tells us, so we might as well just sit and twiddle our thumbs till November 3rd. And I'll be honest, like, after Obama won the second time, I was like, okay, what's the point of even voting anymore? It's like, not like election's gonna be interesting anymore. And then Trump and Hillary, you know, first woman against the first president with a mental disability happened, and the mental disability won. And then, you know, Biden, Biden's just old. Like, if Bernie has the frailness of an old man, Biden has that old 1968 white man liberal mindset of, you know, I don't hate black people, so this is good enough. Compare that with Kamala Harris, who's a black woman who a lot of millennials don't like, really, but a lot of Republicans do like her, so the series finale of America is going to be, like, crazy in November, is what I'm saying.
Question, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.